Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to the Do It for Dale NASCAR Thunder 2004 Fantasy Cup. In the last episode, we did... I don't even remember, honestly. What the frick was it? It was Phoenix and Rockingham. That's what it was. Anyway, we today are going to be heading out to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the night race there. As well, I guess I should have just went ahead and gone to this, as well as the Devil's Canyon Speedway for a fantasy road course. So that's going to be exciting. Before we get started, well, let me pick my paint scheme for this episode. Yeah, we'll go Wrangler. Why not? Before we get started this episode, I just wanted to say something that was brought to my attention that I definitely did not notice until this series was well underway. Yes, there have been other Do It for Dale series on YouTube, but there was also specifically a Do It for Dale series in NASCAR Thunder 2004, very recently done by a YouTuber named Real Radman, who's much, much bigger than me. I did not copy this idea from him. I legitimately did, just like I said, think this through in the way of, like, I'm going to do a fantasy cup. I'm going to pick these tracks and do what I'm doing here. And who am I going to race as? And the idea for doing the Do It for Dale thing was literally just like, man, I'm going to tick so many people off in this game because they get mad so easy. I might as well play as Dale Earnhardt. I was not trying to copy anybody, but I figured I might as well just go ahead and say this in this video because some people are going to assume that that was the case, but it wasn't. And the idea of doing the whole teaser trailer thing came after I had decided to race as Dale in these episodes. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to Atlanta, shall we? Alrighty, let's crank up the tire pressure. Let's go down half around the wedge. Let's qualify and see where we're going to line up. Dale Jr.'s on the pole, so that'll be interesting if we share a front row with him. But, yeah. We will do our last to first challenge at the road course at Devil's Canyon. Okay. Can't quite get it to the bottom there. It didn't feel steady enough for me to try to get it down there any more so than I did. Come on. Alright. Car's a little unstable. And 13th. Okay. I'm gonna try to... Oh. Chasing it. I don't think this lap's gonna be any better, unfortunately. No, it's definitely gonna be worse. Alright, well, you know what? 13th's better than last, you know? It's definitely better than last. Oh, wait, we improved on that lap? Are you kidding me? That's weird. Okay, I guess maybe because we were just more up to speed or something, but I definitely feel like I didn't do the corners as well. But hey, 11th, that's better. Sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to mess with the setup. I don't want to loosen it up anymore because I know how this track can be. So yeah, we're just going to go with that, and let's do this for Dale.
We're back at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for more exciting NASCAR Winston Cup racing. I think we're in for some incredible racing, judging by this track's history.
There sure have been some incredible finishes here at Atlanta. In the March race of 2001, Kevin Harvick beat Jeff Gordon to the checkered by mere inches to win his first NASCAR Winston Cup race. Given the circumstances and the emotion of that victory, that is one that people will talk about for decades to come.
Awkward.
Dale Earnhardt has really been reckless lately, and other drivers are not happy with him.
NASCAR's been known to park guys who can't behave themselves on and off the track. I don't think we have that type of situation here, but everyone would be better off by just getting back to racing.
Bobby Labonte has a remarkable qualifying average this year.
Starting up front is a big advantage, as you don't have to use the car up to get to the front of the pack. That means when it comes to money time, you still have something left.
Jeremy Mayfield comes into this race hoping to turn his success around at a speedway track.
Yeah, I really feel bad for those guys this season. They come to these tracks and work so hard, but they just never seem to get the car just right.
It's like somebody trying to be Christina Aguilera or something.
Start your engine.
And here's the starting lineup for the race. In the front row are the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the 20 car. In the second row are the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford and the Altel Dodge. Starting the race from row 3 are the Sterling Marlin Dodge and the DuPont Chevrolet. The fourth row has the UPS Ford and the Stacker 2 Dodge. Starting the race from row 5 will be the Motorcraft Ford and the Citgo Ford. Dale Earnhardt, the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will start towards the front.
That was a weird camera angle choice for that one, considering you couldn't see anything. But alright, we are off here. We are getting kind of pounced on right away. Right. Just kind of... Just be careful, man. You gotta be so careful. Like I said, I was having an issue there in qualifying with keeping the car all the way down, and having somebody to the outside is scary because, well, I don't want to get up into him, you know? But we're good, I think. Okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of people mad at me. Hopefully in this race we'll have less encounters. You know, we'll have plenty at Devil's Canyon as we make our way through that field, but hopefully we can get away with maybe getting people to calm down in this race a little bit. But anyway, as of the time I'm recording this, it is a day after the first episode went up, and yeah, I like what I've seen so far from views and comments. Seems like you guys are excited about it, you know. I know that race was long. I mean that episode was long. Sorry. The Daytona weekend thing was crazy. I should have just skipped the 125 or edited it out. The reason I didn't is because I used that 125 to talk about some of the stuff for the series. You know, like explaining why I chose Dale and all that stuff. And I thought, man, I can't edit it out now because there's so much information in here. So, yeah. It ended up being an extremely long episode. Episode 2, I think, is like 40-something minutes. I feel like that's going to be more the norm. But yeah, I do apologize if an hour is too much. Although I will warn you, if you are interested in my upcoming F1 2020 uploads, they are even longer than that. Yeah, episode 1's like an hour and 40 minutes or something. But to be fair, a lot of that is team planning and design. I mean, I cut out a lot of that, but there's still a lot in there, and you know, practice and all that stuff. So I cut out what I could, and while leaving in stuff I feel like people would want or need to see. And then I will like timestamp it so that people, like, I'll have a pinned comment with a timestamp so people can just skip right to the race if they want to. But yeah, those F1 uploads are going to be pretty long. And some of these might be, again, like if we have a race that just takes a long time, or like 2 of them that take a long time, it could still be long. But typically, I think we're going to be in the 40-minute range. And if there's ever a race where like nothing happens for a stretch of time, then that gives me time to edit things out too, but we'll see. I mean, like this race, we've already made our way up to second here. So if we like take the lead and drive away for a while, I may edit that out to save some time. But we'll see. Okay, we don't want to tick off Dale Jr. You know, we are driving as his dad after all. It'd be a little weird. How awkward was that beginning though? Them talking about the emotional win that Harvick had and the circumstances, and then they cut right to talking about us as Dale, considering all of the reasoning behind that. It's kind of funny. Also, them talking about like maybe parking me for my actions. Pretty funny. Yeah, I'm trying to build up a little alliance with Junior here, because why not? It'll also help if we accidentally get into him. Not in a huge rush to get out in front, but probably will here in a second if we can. We might have made a light bit of contact there. Halfway on fuel. We haven't completed lap 10 yet, so we're looking at probably having to pit lap 17, 18, which is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, we want to pass him clean here. We don't want any trouble. This is going to keep our alliance strong. Very good. But yeah, so, you know what? To save some time in this episode, for your guys' sake, I'm going to cut away until we're getting close to pit stops. Or in case a caution happens, I guess, whatever. But yeah. BRB. Tires are starting to wear as the AI have started pitting. So I believe we will be pitting this time. Got to be wary of people who hate us coming out in front of us. But yeah, I think we're going to pit this time. I think we'll be safe on fuel doing this. And I will definitely be taking 4 freaking tires. Ooh, that was sketchy, but we pulled it off. Holy cow. Alright. We don't have any damage, so we're fine. I'm not going to make any changes. Just 4 freshies, full tank of fuel. Let's be on our way. That Wrangler car looks so good. Alright, here we go. We will be coming out in some traffic, I think, as far as lap traffic. So we come out 9th. People stayed out. See what we got here. Wow, John, you idiot. So we got Kurt Busch, Ellie Sadler, Ward Burton, Jeremy Mayfield, Bobby Labonte among the people who haven't pitted. Obviously, we don't want a caution to come out, that's for sure. But yeah. We should cycle around to the lead because we had a pretty big lead when we pitted, and honestly, we didn't give up any time coming to pit road. It was sketchy, but it was probably my best entry ever, I would say. Alright, so we should be getting the rest of them in. Can't imagine they can go home much longer. Anyway. I mean, I could probably have squeaked out one more lap if I really was careful, but I don't think I needed it, you know? I think I'll be fine. Should come out with a nice lead, because we had a nice lead. We will find out. I mean, I could still frick this up, too. I mean, it's Atlanta. You know, touch the apron a little bit, you're in trouble. Get into it with a lap car, I could be in trouble. But we have come around to retake the lead. We'll wait until everybody has cycled back onto the track, and we'll take a look and see what the running order is here. So we've got Jimmy Johnson blowing an engine. So I just shared draft him there because I didn't want him to like slow coming out of the corner. Sometimes that happens. Why am I down here? You know, just wanted to do a little pass in the grass, that's all. Alright, as soon as we hit this backstretch, let me just double check our top 5 here. And Jeff Gordon, Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, Dale Jr. fell to 5th. Unfortunately, pit stops did not seem to go his way. But now we just settle in and hope that nothing goes horribly wrong with lap traffic or the car. It looks like smooth sailing. This ended up being, I mean, again, counting my chickens before they hatch, but I feel like this turned out to be a lot easier than I was expecting. We were extremely fast right off the get-go, so yeah. Could I have done a last to first challenge here? Maybe, but I would have had way more conflict with other drivers to deal with, and yeah, it probably would have been a mess. I just felt like I said, I'm only promising to do last to first challenges, you know, once per episode. Sometimes I might do it twice, but sometimes I'm going to let myself qualify, and I just felt like this was the kind of place I wanted to qualify at, and, you know, we didn't even qualify up front exactly. We just qualified better than being buried in the field entirely, so, yeah. But, yeah. Got Mike Skinner up here. He's a little unhappy with us. Can't imagine why. He's been nothing but friendly to everybody, right? See if we can make him a little less mad as we get to him here. Maybe make him not want to cause us great bodily harm. We'll help him pass Hermie Sadler, I guess. Why not? Shut up, noisy thing outside. Shut up. Okay. So I got his rivalry low enough that he doesn't have the red icon anymore. So that worked out okay. But yeah, it's like smooth sailing unless, again, we have more issues with these guys, but so far so good. Oh yeah, somebody else that hates us. Cool. Last few laps here, guys, and we have come up upon our probably our biggest rival for some reason, Christian Fittipaldi. Let's see if I can't kind of get him to chill out a little bit, you know. Did some work with a couple of the other guys. Jack Sprague wasn't having any of it, but I think I repaired a couple of rivalries today. It'd be nice if we could do some more here, but it's looking like that's going to be difficult. So I'm just going to get away from him. A clean pass there should help some, and just the fact that a race goes by should help him calm down some as well. Pretty proud of this little outside move here we just had. Very nice. And the white flag is out. I realized I didn't do a sponsor for race 4. So, yeah. I've been, like, shouting people out. So, the white flag is out, sponsored by... don't hit me, Greg Biffle. It's sponsored by Bragger Winner 98. One of those long-time loyal viewers. This one's for you, Bragger. As we bring it around here to the checkered flag to win at Atlanta.
That's a win. Enjoy that victory lap.
We had a huge lead. Alright, give me some good smoke, game. Yeah. Aw, yeah.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
That's pretty amazing. It says a lot about the quality and true talent of these NASCAR Winston Cup drivers.
Dale Earnhardt ran in clean air pretty much all race long.
Well, it doesn't get much better than that. He led the most laps, and more importantly, he led the last lap, which gives him the victory.
The 3 car didn't do anything to improve his standing with the other drivers out there.
It should be interesting the next time they get next to each other on
That's
the
not
racetrack.
true.
At this point, nobody wants to back down, and we could see some sparks fly.
I mean, okay, I accidentally got into Sprague there, but everybody else I got along with, okay? Jeezer. Didn't do much to, or didn't do anything to improve my standing. Frick you, I sure did. Anyway. Yeah. I wish they had the uniforms to match the paint job, you know. But it's okay. Aw, yeah. Alright, so as you can see, we did improve our standings with people. Look at that, Fittipaldi's down to a 48 even. Yeah, we have an ally now, so that's cool. We look at the stats here. We won after leading 20 laps. Won by 13.6 seconds. Holy cow. Absolutely dominant. So we got Jeff Gordon, Ryan Newman, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who led 10 laps, spins up 4th. Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, and Bobby Labonte rounding out the top 10. And here are the rest of the drivers, just in case you care about seeing where people finished. And I think we only had one DNF, but we did have some people that went a lap down, obviously, in this race because we were flying out there. Oh, actually, it looks like Ricky Craven must have went out late as well, but Jimmy Johnson we saw go out, and looks like Ricky Craven too. So there you go. Jeff Green went 2 laps down. He may have went out right at the end as well. It's hard to say. You never know with this game. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? It's time to head out to Devil's Canyon. And we will be doing this as a last to first challenge. Oh boy, here we go.
MRN welcomes you to the Tumbleweed 300, live from the Devil's Canyon Speedway in sunny Mesa, Arizona. Barney, it's not every day you see these cars racing through caves.
Well, you know, that's true, Joe, but these NASCAR drivers know how to adapt to tough racing conditions. They live for a challenge like this, and I expect to see some serious racing.
In 1998, Jeff Gordon tied Richard Petty's modern-era record with 13 wins in 1 year.
As impressive as that is, I think he would take beating Petty and Earnhardt's tie of 7 championships instead. And of course, with 4 already, he's well on his way to doing that.
Dale Earnhardt has a string of top 5s going.
Well, his team is real excited about their success so far. In fact, I believe they'll have another top 5 race as long as he keeps his car out of trouble. And here's the starting lineup.
In the front row are the Home Depot Chevrolet and the Motorcraft Ford. In the second row are the Cheerios Dodge and the Pfizer Ford. Starting the race from row 3 are the Lowe Chevrolet and the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford. The fourth row has the UPS Ford and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. Starting the race from row 5 will be the Team Rusty Dodge and the 10 car.
Okay, so we know this race is going to be a whole different animal. We are going to be at risk of ticking some people off pretty easily because of how they brake and how I brake. We're going to try real hard. We're gonna try real hard. Immediately hits 2 people. To not make people as mad, you know? It's just unfortunate that I spoke these words. Somehow I made Matt Kenseth madder there when I thought it was... Ouch! Well, that's bad. That stopped us dead, and now they've got... Ouch! Wow, okay. This is a terrible start for us. Oh boy. Yeah. I thought I hit Kyle Petty is what I was about to say, and instead it said Matt got madder, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, that was a terrible start for us. Hopefully we'll be able to still get a good finish here, but those walls, they just reach out and grab you. You hit them and you just stop dead. That was a little unfortunate. More than a little, in fact. We made people mad, which I didn't want to do, and then we lost all of our progress and then some, so yeah. Okay, well, I wonder if we'll be able to pull any sort of pit strategy here in order to gain some time back. I don't know. I do like this track, though, typically. I'm not going to say it's my best of the fantasy tracks, but I do quite enjoy it. It's funny, though, because that we've won all but New York Metro Speedway so far. So 4 out of 5 races we've won. This one's definitely not looking like a win, though. So if I had to guess... whoops. God dang it. Sorry. If I had to guess, it's going to be another fantasy road course that fricks us over here, but it was just really the start there. It was real bad for us. Real bad for us. I did you know, up the tire pressure and go down around the wedge. Maybe I should have done more because I feel really tight. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what the pit situation's gonna be. Not really sure how it's gonna work out in this race. Excuse me. Please don't hit the wall again. God dang it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really freaking tight, so I'll probably take some more wedge out on the pit stop. We had just solved that rivalry with Mike Skinner, and now I've hit the wall again. Yeah, this is a disaster. I should have qualified here. Oh well. What are we gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? But yeah, Mike Skinner hates me again. That's terrible, considering we put in the efforts to make sure that wouldn't continue. They are pitting, just there, I saw. But we haven't even hit halfway on fuel yet. We might be able to pull some strategy here, to be honest. We really might. I'm not saying we could make it or anything, which I'm pretty sure we can't, but we might be able to just pit late for like a splash of fuel or something. Still have a chance at a good finish here. Because this race has been an absolute train wreck. Absolute train wreck. Oh, boy. We're just so bad. We're so tight, and I keep making dumb mistakes, and yeah, it is what it is, you know? It's alright. Oh, God. That was close. That was real close. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Wasn't sure for a second, but we're fine.
51.98. Whoa, that was a quick lap. Only 8 seconds back to the leader. Stay hungry. On your right.
Pass you cleanly. That should help our rivalry situation there. We still haven't hit halfway, but we're about to. So yeah, we're definitely not gonna make it on field, but we can go pretty far. Go pretty far.
Fuel tank ought to be about half empty.
Half empty right as we're about to complete 7 laps. So
52.6.
Hmm.
Running that line, that lap was fast. Got a car on your left, buddy.
Oh no.
Number 02 is still there.
This is a nice little outside pass we pulled off. Oh, sorry, Harvick. I've made the guy who is our teammate / replaced us, etc. mad. God dang it. You hit the wall and it just stops you dead, man. Oh, man. Anyway, point being, we go like 13 laps, and then we have 5 to go. If we can go almost 7 on half a tank of gas, then we can do 1 can of fuel. Tires haven't worn yet, so there's that. Okay. It's so freaking sketchy, man. Okay, well, made Michael mad now. I mean, we knew we were gonna make people mad here at this road course. Like, there's no doubt about that. But like, it's just so hard to plot this stuff out. All right, tires are starting to wear. What I want to look at is here. So we're not going to repair. We're going to do 1 can. Okay, no. It's 7.9. Okay, yeah, right side tires would add a bunch of time. If we could get away with no tires, I think I'm going to try. We'll see where we're at when we do pit. But I think we can get away with 1 can. Let's see if... Yeah, 1.5 cans adds a lot. Time as well. This is my plan. I don't know if it'll work. I really don't.
52. Keep it up, great lap. That was a halfway mark. All clear, buddy. Got a car on your left, buddy.
I'll see where we're at, but that is my plan anyway. Try to go to lap 13. 12 or 13. Okay, I just had freaking damage. My hood fell off. And I did pull the quick repair, which again, it's a habit, it's a forced habit. When I see that, it usually means we're in like dire situation, so I pull it to make sure we don't DNF, but I shouldn't have there, I know. I should have accepted my damage, but whatever. We're gonna get an extra spot here? Nope. He had way more get up and go out of that corner than me for some reason. Okay. Well, so we got away with something there, but here's the thing. Our strategy is now out the window. Right? Well, I wouldn't say out the window per se, but it's... the advantage we were going to gain was going to be huge with them pitting under green with us, and now there's that. Plus, people pitted that probably didn't go a lap down, and they won't pit. I'm still going to... I'm going to do this. It's going to give us an advantage. It's not as big as one as we wanted, but I'm not pitting at the lap that I wanted to, so I need to make sure I make it. And also, I need... Alright, since I'm going to take more fuel, I might as well take tires. This is like a half second more to get 2 tires, so... This will help us. Not as much as it could have, but it will help us. We're going to have much better track position.
We got some cars who didn't pit up front.
Right.
For traffic to stack up behind them.
We're 11th. Okay. So, yeah, this is not ideal. I think our other strategy might have actually gotten us the win. Or it would have been pretty close. The question is now, will my left side tires be an issue? And can I actually do anything with these guys in an attempt to get the win, maybe? Sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to do that, but you know, it happens. So Fittipaldi's still mad, but not nearly as much as he has been in the past. Let's try to make sure that we don't hit him here. Alright, Sprague, I'm gonna need you to go. You're making this a lot harder on me. Yeah. Drive it in deep, get away from these guys. You know, this may work out for us though, because we're staying ahead of Stewart, who was the fastest car. These guys use their pit strategy to get up here that maybe aren't necessarily the fastest cars. So there's that. It could really work in our advantage. Oh, that was close. We just gotta be not doing that. Yeah, that may have just cost us the win. That's really unfortunate. We were staying ahead of Stewart, but now there's that. I don't know who that is out in front, though. Let's see. Rusty Wallace. I believe he's probably going to be the winner just because he's like the only good, quote-unquote, good car who used the strategy to his advantage, and he is pulling away. If I hadn't made that mistake there, we were making up some good time, but I fricked it up, obviously, and the walls are so freaking sticky that there was no coming back from it. But we've made our way back up to 6th here. We're behind Stewart. There's no freaking way we catch Rusty Wallace at this rate. Like, he is just gone. Okay, it was a really good run out of that corner, but didn't quite go according to... I'm sorry. I need to do that. Drive right real deep. Get to the inside of Jeremy Mayfield. We were not clear. Sorry, Jeremy. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. We were not clear, but I needed to be moving up at that point, or we were going to have another one of those hitting the wall situations, and I was trying to avoid that as much as possible. So I moved up too soon, hoping I was clear, and I was not. But, alright, so we are 2nd. Rusty Wallace is up there. Don't think we're going to catch him. We're just not that good. I mean, quote unquote. I mean, we're 2nd, but I just feel like we're not good enough to run him down. But we will be able to run our line without worrying about contact with them. So, like, there's that. I just don't think it's going to be enough, you know? Especially when that happens. That's cool, you know? That's real cool. Wow. I mean, I know I was going a little hard there trying to get everything I could, but like that was really, really terrible. Really, really freaking terrible is what that was. Wow. Holy crap. Well, we just gave up second and finished ninth because of that. I mean, I guess we're lucky we got a top 10, all things considered, but my gosh. What the frick, man. I overdrove it, you know, I drove it in a little deep, and it just shot up the track. Like, there was no
I'd
saving
say the
it.
fans would probably have liked to see more excitement. I'm sure the drivers, on the other hand, were happy about the low number of caution flags.
Dale Earnhardt had a good run, finishing in the top 10.
When you think that there are 42 other drivers in this NASCAR Winston Cup race and you manage a top 10, that's pretty impressive.
Dale Earnhardt had a run-in during the race with Mike Skinner.
Well, when you're out there beating and banging on guys, some feathers are bound to get ruffled. Maybe after some time to cool off, they'll be back to racing with clear heads.
We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast of NASCAR Winston Cup Racing on MRN, the voice of NASCAR.
Yeah, that's unfortunate how that played out. I wish that had been one of the highlights they had showed so I could kind of look at it again and see what happened. But basically, I just overdrove it going in deep, and it shot up the track. But my gosh, there was no saving it. It just like torpedoed just straight in nose first into the wall. So yeah, it's unfortunate. And we also made some people mad and undid some progress in getting rid of some rivalries, but it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So yeah, we did make progress with Christian, you know, there's that. Sprague's barely mad, Biffle's barely mad, Skinner's back to being more mad again, but you know, whatever. Yeah, that was unfortunate. It was. But as you can see, Rusty Wallace would end up capitalizing on the pit strategy to win. You know, that caution hadn't come out for my stupid hood, I think we might have won that race, but you know, it is what it is. Rusty Wallace ends up winning. Tony Stewart had dominated up to that point. He finishes second, and then we got Burton, Johnson, Labonte, Newman, Gordon, Harvick, and us, and then Ward Burton with a top 10, and here is the rest of the running order. You can see where everybody finished. Schrader fell to 23rd after being in the top 5, I think, after pit strategy, but that's what it is, too. Moving on down through the line here. We had only one person go out, it seems, and that was Bill Elliott. Maybe some point implications there, I don't know. But Jimmy Johnson had, like, his first good finish, I think, of the year, pretty much, so he needs to definitely turn that sinking ship around for him. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, well, my prediction was right that we would be denied a win at Devil's Canyon. Had we qualified, had we not had a caution come out, like, you know, things could have been different, but we did not end up getting that win, and it is what it is. I feel like I've said that 14 times. Stop saying it is what it is, John. But point standings wise, we still have a large lead, as you can see. It's like 119 points. We are doing pretty well in that regard. Do I think we will lose this championship? No. We are going to win the majority of the races, I feel, so it's okay. But we've got Gordon, we got Newman. Rusty Wallace moved up to 4th with his unexpected win there. Dale Jr. in 5th. Oops. Sterling Marlin, Tony Stewart, Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jarrett is our top 10. In points, Jimmy moved up to 14th with a good run there. Yeah, Bill Elliott has fallen out of the top 20. Where's Matt Kenseth? Matt Kenseth is 29th. His bad year just continues. But anyway, we will look at the respect situation. Why is Kevin Grubb mad at me? I never remember seeing Kevin Grubb. But him and Matt are the ones that are the maddest at me, along with Mike Skinner. You can see these guys have cooled off quite a bit, which is good. And we actually have an ally, Dale Jr., so that's good. Although that will deteriorate if we don't help him from time to time, or at least have some clean passes on him. So we need to keep that in mind. But the awards for this weekend, whatever, you know, these 2 races. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had the pole award. We had front runner. Ward Burton had picking up places. We had fast pace. McMurray had rookie of the race, and Dale Jr. had move of the race for Atlanta. Devil's Canyon, it was Tony Stewart with the pole award and front runner, and us with picking up places and fast pace. I'm surprised we had the fastest lap, to be honest. McMurray with Rookie of the Race, and Kevin Harvick with Move of the Race. Rookie of the Year is definitely going to Jamie McMurray, but, you know, these guys aren't that far behind, so it could change, I suppose. A lot of rookies, like a whole lot of rookies. Bowles, Dale Jr. has 2. Manufacturer, Chevy, and lap champion, us by 1 lap. Okay, all right. That's neck and neck here, Earnhardt versus Earnhardt. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hammer that like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. And yeah, let's see. We got one of the 3 trips we'll make to Homestead in this series. We've got the Homestead Road Course. And then later in the season, we'll be going to the Homestead 2002 layout, the old layout, and then at the end of the season, going back there for the normal layout or the current layout for the finale. I believe it's the finale. Anyway, it's down there somewhere. But yeah, so that's interesting. And then after we go to the road course in Homestead, we will be going to Kansas for a night race there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.